Okay, so you saw the box, and I gave you the once over of the unit. This is your boy Retro Rocky, and this is my official review of Replicade's Street Fighter 2. Now, as you can see by the illuminated marquee, it says Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition. But in fact, because the people at Replicade are so nice, they gave you the same game twice. Sorta. Along with Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, you also get Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. That's right, folks, 2 games for the price of 1. I'm going to go ahead and show you how to switch over. If you push the right coin button, it'll bring you to this menu. You see there it says game selection, where at that point you hit a jab button, and it'll give you the choice between choosing between Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Again, push this button, bingo, it's loading. Let's see what goodness the other side of this bespoke emulator has for us. Yeah, uh-oh. There it is. That is a bespoke emulator of the original arcade ROM for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And it's not the camera, that's just a really strange, abnormally bright track mode screen. And as you can see, it is the Turbo Edition, so it's fast, and it gives you 3 speeds to choose from. Yes, it's still pumping out that Q Sound audio by Panasonic. One second. Sorry about that. Had a little lighting problem. I'm still learning. Y'all work with me, I'll work with you. I'm still trying to bring you the content as I learn. I thank you for bearing with me. And for anybody that's hit the like button on any of my videos, anybody that has subscribed, I want to thank you. That does give us all kinds of support. Any YouTuber that you're really into, make sure you hit their subscribe button, their like button if you like what they're doing. I don't need to give anybody who's into Street Fighter a whole background on the game itself. It's already been chronicled and detailed by a million people. I'm strictly here to talk about this unit, Street Fighter 2, by Replicade Amusements. Now that you've seen both sides of the ROM running, I'm going to leave it on this side and just turn down the volume a little bit, which, as I showed you earlier, is on the top. And give you what I normally give you, which is you're going to want to know what are my overall thoughts about this unit. I think just like the Tempest unit and just like the Centipede unit, they did a bang up job. Again, same materials, wood grain, same LCD screen. As I told you before, let me give you a little more illumination. It's shaped differently than some of the other Replicade units. I think they did that to accommodate for the 6 buttons and the joystick. As you can see, the corners are kind of tapered, for lack of a better word, just like the arcade unit. I think that did 2 things for Replicade. It gave them the opportunity to present a physically more accurate version of the machine, and it gave them the room they needed for 6 buttons, because that's the most buttons any of their units have had so far. If you spin the unit on the side, just like on the Champion Edition side, there's not a lot going on, just a simple sticker with the logo and the title of the game. And I don't want anybody to think this was Replicade being cheap. This is actually what the arcade unit looked like when it released, I remember. On the back, just like the Tempest unit, we had the speakers on the back, except this one has dual speakers. So they're trying to give us like a simulated stereo effect. There is the extra controller, the mini fight stick. Other people have reviewed this and showed it to you. I won't take it out. But what it is it connects to a micro USB cable, which connects, of course, here on the back of the unit. And it gives you the ability to play the game without having to be on top of the game. You can actually play the game with that unit. You can actually plug a second controller, a second USB controller, and two people can play this unit with external controls. Or we can have one person play, let's see, other side, using the onboard controls for the machine, and the second player can use the controller. Either way, it's a good time for all. So what's my bottom line? I couldn't ask for much more. The problem that I alluded to in the Tempest video is, because of the form factor and the size, everything works great. I hope you can hear that. That's the micro switches. So that's almost, it replicates a Sanwan setup really well. As you can see, these aren't for show. These buttons actually work. They serve a purpose. Like the other machines, the quarter slots here and here. This one gives you credits, and this one takes you into the menu. As you can see. Now, you know I can't play Street Fighter at all. This ain't like Miss Pac-Man or Tempest or whatever. I can set it up, but y'all can hang it up. I'm going to get my ass handed to me. So I'll at least do it as Ken, the greatest character in the history of Street Fighter. I'm sorry, Ken, you about to get your ass handed to you because I only have one hand. As you can see, Ryu is teeing off on my ass like there's no tomorrow, because I can't do anything. The things I do for my people on YouTube, I love y'all, man. Look at this. I'm sacrificing my great reputation in Street Fighter. I'm a punching bag, a crash test dummy. Look at that. I feel like a millennial right now. Oh my goodness. Enjoy yourself, Ryu. I know it's Ryu. I still say Ryu every now and then because I'm from the hood and we used to call him Ryu in the hood. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't know the correct pronunciation was Ryu until I was an adult. Like, so I apologize, Ryu, if I say Ryu every now and then. Bottom line, as you can see, there's nothing you will find on the arcade unit that you won't find on this unit. They did a bang up job. Again, quality parts, top to bottom. I don't think you can ask for anything more. On a scale of 1 to 10, as far as faithfully reproducing the game and the feel of the machine, again, I give them about a 9, 8.5 to a 9. The only reason it's not a perfect 10 is because of the space. And with that small space, if you're playing on the unit, I can tell you right here and right now, it's not going to be comfortable. You're going to get cramped. If you use an external controller, which I tend to do a lot now, you plug an external or the one it came with into the USB slot and play off unit, you can get an hour or two in without it being all that bad. It actually, once you do that, it actually makes you wish you could connect it to a TV. I guess that would have been asking for too much at the price point. Right now, I saw it on Amazon for around $120. It can go as high as $160. I've seen it as low as $80. I'm sorry for that. At the price point that I would say, if you can find it for $120 or less, it's worth it. It's worth it. Everything is, it's just incredible. You gotta feel it. Like those micro switches, that's deep. And that's in every direction. And that's with all the buttons. The feedback from a tactile point of view is incredible. Of course, Capcom got to put their name everywhere on the sign. I'm surprised, like, Capcom isn't hanging from Ryu's neck. They do not forget to brand their products. Give them credit. Again, I'd say my final verdict is somewhere between 8.5 and 9.5. It depends. If you're a small person with tiny, small hands, it probably would be closer to a perfect 10 for you, because the size wouldn't be an issue. But somebody with larger hands, just you see the space you're working with here. Imagine trying to put two hands on this deck. It's kind of tough. But with the external controls, it's quite playable, quite enjoyable. I love it. I've had it for a while. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comment section. If not, once again, it's Retro Rocky, aka 5200 for life. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Go check out Mad Little Pixel. Check out my homeboy Gen X Gamer, Gen X Grown Up. I'm sorry, Gen X. You know I be messing up. Gen X be schooling me, man. He be giving me advice. I love Gen X, man. He does great things on his channel. Gen X Grown Up, please check him out. He's a smart dude. He's a sharp dude. He gets the job done. I mean it. Check out Metal Jesus. Check out, again, Mad Little Pixel, Sega Lord X. Of course, keep rocking with Retro Rocky. Shout out to Lord Brunson, LB, my favorite Eagles fan on the whole internet. And shout out to both Replicade and Quarter Arcades with Numbskull. I hope you guys keep making these units, and please keep the 80s alive. It's the greatest decade man ever lived through, and the games we got during that decade in the early part of the 90s was just incredible. I love bringing this kind of stuff to people. I love sharing with this kind of people. This stuff with kind of people. I can't talk today. Dry mouth. I love sharing these kind of things with people. And I hope you like this stuff too. I'm working on it. I'm perfecting my craft. I'm getting there one step at a time. But we're going to get there. Retro Rocky, a.k.a. 5200 for life. And I holler, please be safe. God bless.